me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
That was Charlie's line. Yeah.
Hey, Jay Ashbourne here. And it looks like people are still running Logan. So even post-nerf, some of the top players are still finding this very good. Further proof that 10 is apparently not that much. Actually, 10 is a lot. I actually think they went a little hard on it. I probably would have been satisfied with 9 for Tiernak and Fenrir, but apparently still good at 10. So maybe deserved. Anyway, let's see how this game develops. Taking the tempo with the Grey Hunter out immediately. Turn 3, down comes to Bloodclaw. Gonna clear this troop. Definitely always been an uphill battle playing against Space Wolves. There has been so much of this content that has been put out there. I understand it's a new faction and all, and we're only on week 1. But seriously, by day 7, are you not, as a viewer, already sick of seeing this? As a player? I'm sick of running into it. Not that it's like incredibly busted or whatever. I'm just really tired of seeing this faction. I would love to see anything else. I'm getting a little bit of variation in the ladder, but 60% of my games, not nearly the 90 that it was, or 80%, whatever it was. About 60% of my games are still Space Wolves. After the patch, there's been an extreme influx in Stormcaller being the Warlord. I have seen a ton of that. Very, very strong. Very hard to deal with as a Sisters player. I'm honestly scared that enough people are going to complain that they're going to nerf it too, and I don't think it's nerf worthy. Definitely potent, but I mean, I guess the meta report will tell the tale somewhat. Alright, so a lot of thought here. He's got this 3/3 with 4 health on the board, and I've got to find a solution for it. So, tempo DI, not going to do that. I could completely ignore it and play the Astrid and just heal around it. I could deal 3 damage with the troop and myself and play the Astrid. I could just do additional heals. Looks like I am going to opt to clear it though. I was like, I could just ignore it and throw all shields up on all units. And that's kind of one of the decisions that I was really curious about this game. This did not fare particularly well for me. It felt like an uphill struggle. Then again, the battle against Space Wolves mainly always is an uphill struggle as a Sisters player. Gonna put a Hunting Wolf in his hand. Here comes that. Opt to do some damage with this. And man, Savage Legacy doing the Lord's work here, getting to clear and deploying a Grey Hunter. Just more tempo on board. Really good. That ping really ending some careers. Sadly still sitting at 3 faith. Here I'm going to deploy the Rhino and pray and ping something for 1, looking to clear it next turn. Hopefully we can gain a faith through this when he focuses on these other troops. In a pretty bad spot right here. He's definitely ahead. The tempo gain from some of the other plays he's mad has put us in a pretty poor position. This does not fare any better for us. Adjacent units has pack, one of the cards I was most feared of from the set release. Applying a lot of pressure here. Reducing the cost of the cards in his hand by 1. So, what are my options? It's not looking pretty, folks. Gonna take the ping here. Clear this troop. Tempo DI is an option. I could Tempo DI. I could Celestian plus shield. I opt to shield myself and play Celestian, and I believe this is a heavy misplay. If I had shielded the Celestian, he might have had to use the other troop to clear it. As of now, if he just plays one more troop, he can use his Warlord to clear it, and that is definitely my fault. Playing a little fast. Opts to give it Hunt Mark, so when this dies, it's going to break my shield, which means that damage is coming at my face this turn. A lot of pressure being applied from the opponent. Out comes the drop pod. Definitely not looking forward to that. Probably going to use the Warlord to clear this, and then smack me in the dome if I had to guess. Looks like that is the case. We can clear this troop. We can either use our Warlord talent, or we can use Seraphim and our face to clear it and go down to 10. Pretty low, but we don't have a lot of options this game, and we are struggling. We need to get some sort of tempo, and life is a resource. I believed if I was to find any solution to it, it would have been to make this play. I'm going to take the clear here with face. I know I have to. I'm just regretting the decision. Drop pod is chilling in play. Notice how he didn't activate it immediately. He knows how I have to play a troop here, and this is the difference between a good player and a bad player. Because he knows I had to play a troop here to get tempo, he kept it on board. Therefore, when he did activate it, my Seraphim, or whatever troop I played, would get hunt mark triggers. Then that right there separates a lot of the difference in player skill is knowing when to use your ferocity triggers. So, good move by him. Lots of thought. Definitely knew what he was doing. He has played this list before. 3 triggers go out into the Seraphim, and I am not liking the looks of this. 4 triggers on the Seraphim with the clear. I know that there's no card in my list that'll save me, and I am not pleased, so we'll move on to the next one and call this one a wrap. Here's our Stormcaller matchup. I'm gonna ship the DI and the Amalia, keeping the Adelaide. Curious. I guess I really think I'm gonna fall behind on Faith in this matchup, as I tend to do against Stormcaller. He's quite rough to build Faith against. I am not the best with my abbreviations, but I believe that is major, major, major. I have a feeling like that's a reference to a show or something. If somebody knows the name of it, quote me in the comments. I'm not sure, but I know that's from a show. Alright, 2 Sister Gunners in hand, Crusader and a Shield. When do we deploy the Shield and get a Faith with our defense card? That is the real question. Alright, drawing the Prayer. Prayer gives us 1 immediate Faith. So we are deploying Crusader. No shield? No shield. Okay. So he can activate his Warlord talent to clear that, if he so desires. Take a bit of damage in the process. Does cast Hybrid Priest. Opts for 4 melee, I'm guessing. No. 1 damage to all enemies. Okay. So he has to come up with 3 damage now. Or at least 1. Savage Legacy. Again, proving its worth. Really good. This basically if I want to keep my tempo, or at least clear the board and reset tempo, I have to clear that troop. However, I opt not to, and I opt to throw a shield instead, putting us at 4 health. So he can use the Grey Hunter to break the shield, then give himself 4 melee total, or 2 additional melee, and attack it for 4. I think is the route he's going to take, which only gives him 2 energy to spend on his turn. By making this play, I'm kind of forcing his hand. That is the logical choice that I would make if I was in his position. So by me adding the shield here, I'm forcing him to only have 2 energy on his turn, more or less. That is the goal behind it. So he does activate High Rune Priest. It looks like he is going to take that route. Or not. 1 damage to all or 3 enemies. Ping ping. 2 here. 2 here. And cycle. Okay. So I'm gonna melee this, get this off the field. I have a full 4 energy to spend, and immediately relics, because I know I will not have another opportunity to cast that game. This game. You are really tight for your turns, and finding gaps when you can take a huge tempo loss, like playing relics, is pretty hard. Alright. Gives himself some melee, creates a troop, creating some pressure here. We're going to ping and clear this. Get this off the board. Yeah. Gain a faith in the process. So we're up to 5. I'm at the maximum amount of faith I can be without the Adelaide. Adelaide? Yeah. I believe it's Adelaide? Sorry. It's not Adeline. It's Adelaide. I gotta say it like that. I hate that word. Addie. We're going with Addie. Screw that card. I can't stand that. Anyway, I'm at 5 faith, and I wanted to be at 5 faith because I want to gain as much faith as possible with this card. If I was at 6, it would get rush or flank, effectively. However, I wanted to gain as much as possible, so I'm hoping he will play troops here. Alright, only 1 troop. I'm going to play the Seraphim to clear this, and hope that next turn he plays more troops to respond to me having a larger board. So my goal here is that he plays lots of troops so that I can play Addie and gain as much faith as possible, putting me up to the range where I need 8 to play Exorcist or 9 to stun. That is the goal overall. I didn't just want to gain 2 faith with it, I wanted to gain a lot more. He's going to pop Hunt Mark. Hopefully plays another troop. Clears those. Ooh, even opting for the Amalia. Not satisfied with the small amount of faith. So we're going to take the option to clear and create. Or have 3 troops on board now. Again, more pressure, hoping he will play into this. I'm not expecting to gain faith. He can just use his talent and ping me nearly at any time. 75% chance to hit with the ping, so pretty likely we don't gain faith here. And it looks like he is indeed creating troops. What we were playing into the whole time. However, with this being said, I do misplay immediately. Not that it matters. I did hit the range I was looking for, but I did misplay here, and I'll point it out for you. So he's going to ping across the board. Opts to clear the Sacred Rose Sister. Taking some Hunt Mark trigger damage. My immediate response is to clear one with Amalia, but that would be wrong. I'm missing a faith because of that, and you can see me tap repeatedly because I just noticed what I did. We are going to gain faith, up to 9 though. Perfect, that is all we need. We don't need more. Clear one with the talent. Clear this troop so we not take any more incidental damage. And heal this up. Well, he still has 1 troop left on board. Pretty good position from here. We are at rather low life total, though. So that is a problem and something we should take into note. Frustration taps. Frustration shovel. Upset that I missed a faith. I like how Major is also running the Asher Militarum icon with Platoon Lieutenant. I guarantee you if there was a title for Major, he would have it. Cycles a troop. Out comes the buffed shock, dealing 2 damage here. Blood Claw goes back into the deck. I have to say, between the interactions between Sisters and Space Wolves, I'm definitely fond of Blackmane's lines, or intro line, the most. He calls Sisters a battle of the Ecclesiarchy's pawns, and I think that's very cute. I think it's a good term. Opts to clear with his Warlord, keeping the 1 health troop on board with his Grey Hunter. Could slam the Triumph here. Opt not to. Still willing to go down some life here. Down to 14. And that's a pretty scary total because raid tactics into some triggers and you can definitely be falling low. However, we are going to stun him, deal 3 damage, and apply a heavy pressure with Addy. Big hit for 7. We are showing a total of 14 plus 3. So that's lethal on board. Has to find a Vanguard troop or a way to dig out of this. Alright. Flank Wolves are good. Especially when they're buffed. Or not. Okay. Replacement card. I was like, that makes sense. And now it does. Fenrisian Wolf and Hunting Wolf both in play. Dealing 6 here. Hunt Mark trigger proc. Really thinking this one out. So we're going to deal 3 here and spread that around. This allows me to ping this troop for 3 to kill that. I can now use Addy to clear the wolf and only take 1 damage. Reducing the amount of troops in play before I trade with my Warlord to take out this troop. Going down to 10. Playing a Vanguard unit. Passing turn. Showing a total of 12 on board, 3 in hand, so lethal still presented here. Alright. No longer lethal. Finds a way to clear Addy out. Empty board, though. Did not play anything else. I wonder what's in his hand at this point. Down comes Triumph. Ping him up, put him to 10. I could have attacked him also and put him to 8. That is an option. I don't know why I felt like the 1 armor was going to help me. I knew this game was coming to a close pretty soon anyway. Out comes the Vanguard troop. And something to buff it. We're at 9 faith, so it's not quite lethal, but we do have the talent in hand, so it wraps it up pretty clean. He needs to find a removal spell for Triumph. Opts to ping everything. If he didn't ping something, then I would go to 10 faith, which would be lethal. However, he does not have removal for Triumph, and that is still death. We even draw the DI for good measure. Not going to reveal it. No need to be a snood and be like, hey, look, I still had all these. Nah, man, the game was over. Just end the game with what's in play and what's available knowledge. You don't have to reveal that. Yeah, there was a song, Patrick Chapin came out. I guess I'll clip it for you guys. Where he refers to, I hope it's not copyrighted. He refers to, I still had all these. We're talking about people that show their hand after they play Magic and look what else I could have killed you with and how lame it is. It's pretty lame. There's no reason for it. Just end the game. Here's my list if you want to look at it. I'll have it in the front of the video too, though. So yeah.
Alright, so here we got to address a little bit of sportsmanship that's going down in the community. I'm talking about a little overkill. I mean, you can only win a match once, right? But sometimes people just gotta let you know how they had you dead twice over. Look at my pool. How they had enough extra cards in their hand or their deck to just kill you all over again. Yeah, we got a name for that. We like to call it the still had all these, because you know, you send the hand and your opponent's like, yo, wait buddy, take a look at this. I still had all these. That's what they say.
Anyway, but yeah, I consider it slightly disrespectful. There's no reason to flaunt, you know? Just, you had the win, that's enough. It's the same reason I don't emote in games, it's just kind of fucking rude, you know? No reason. You won. Good game. I'd like to go next, please. Thank you. Anyway, this game was not something that really stood out to me, but I had to find footage, so I guess we're enduring for a little bit. However, with that being said, the build-up is kind of absurd. This is what, like, an absurd draw looks like, I guess is the best way I could put it. I think this game went almost flawlessly. I don't think I could have had a better draw. I think the cards came out on the turns they should have came out on, and the advantage built up so fast that I don't know if my opponent really had outs this game. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase what good hands look like. And for those people that are curious, yes, orcs are still on ladder. You just have to find them. They do still exist. This list, probably not one that I would run. However, it is a list, I guess. I'm a big fan of Uj Choppa. Does beast patch buffs really paying off, in my opinion. Decides to opt to remove a troop, gets unlucky. I'm guessing he was praying for the Celestian. However, we are just going to apply more shields. Drop out another Sacred Rose. Little nasty friends. So we have a Vanguard unit with shield, as well as 5 faith coming if he doesn't find a solution for this, and he is already dealing with 5 faith. So not looking good. The prospects are definitely down in the dumps for our opponent here. Man, I really need to get a new phone charger. I keep looking at the cord that I'm charging my phone with, and I'm surprised it charges at all. I used to have 10 or 12 of these, but it seems like they just keep deciding to break on me. I'm really rough on cords. Electronics and me do not cooperate. Well, he dealt with one. We are going to play another. Trade-off here. Stun this troop up. That way he can no longer deal face damage and start applying pressure. This is 9 faith on 6E, and we are applying a lot of pressure. We're showing 11 on board, 3 in hand. That's 14 damage next turn, as well as the 3 from the Cleansing Flames. So 17 right now. Not looking pretty. Definitely not a good slot. Orcs is only made for 2 things, guys. I see all these people with the gold hero portrait border. Kind of want to shell for it, to be honest. I feel like a loser without it. I'm going to restun this troop. Cleansing Flames to deal some additional damage and keep applying pressure. I do not believe that he really has outs at this point, so I'm just going to put him as low as possible. It's a 4 with you. That's at least a 2-turn clock, and I am at 33. Orcs do have heals. I just don't think that he's particularly running them in this build. Yeah, looks like he calls it.
Don't want to kill you just yet. Let's scrap again another day.
Here's the list I've been running. I've had a couple of requests for it. There are some alterations I've made from the previous list I've been running, some changes specifically because Space Wolves have been put into the meta. I'll kind of glance over the main thing. One of the things here is I'm only running a singleton Cleansing Flames, no longer a 2 of. a singleton preacher. Call it flavor of the month, if you will. I like the Crusaders in the late game. Sister Repentia trades into wolves, or wolves trade into it. It gains faith. This is pretty good. Also, people don't want to shock it with Stormcaller's talent. Pretty good. Just some slight things. Mainly the preacher is for the ethereal ability it gives you. Hymn of Battle. You can use it to deploy a Crusader in the late game. And in the late game, these get +1 melee and have 2 armor. And let me tell you, wolves with units with 2 armor do really good against wolves. They're hard to kill. Definitely a struggle for some people. But yeah, still got your legendaries, all this good stuff. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoy. Thanks. See you guys tomorrow.
Oh, we're so much worse than supervillains now. We're businessmen.